Stop. Everything you think you know about your own mind might be a lie. In fact, the psychology facts you scroll past every day on social media, they aren't just wrong, they are dangerous. You see, there are specific myths, lies, that have been repeated so many times in schools, movies, and internet articles that you believe them without question. And the worst part? These lies are actively sabotaging your relationships, capping your intelligence, and ruining your mental health right now. In the next few minutes, I am going to deprogram you. I'm going to expose the 5 biggest psychology myths that 99% of people believe. The first one will change how you see your partner. The fourth one will change how you learn. And the final one? That is the biggest lie in human history. Once you understand the truth behind it, you will never look at yourself in the mirror the same way again. Let's break the simulation. How many times have you heard this? I'm not good at math. I'm a right-brained creative person. Or, I have no imagination. I'm left-brained and logical. It sounds harmless, right? It gives you an identity. But here is the brutal truth. It is absolute garbage. This myth started from research in the 1960s on epilepsy patients who literally had the connection between their brain hemispheres cut. But you? You have a corpus callosum. It's a highway of nerves connecting both sides. Neuroscience now proves that when you do something logical, like solving a math problem, your right brain is lighting up to visualize the numbers. When you paint a picture, your left brain is analyzing the proportions. Why does this matter? Because this label is a cage. By telling yourself, I am right-brained, you're giving yourself permission to be bad at logic. You're quitting before you even try. You aren't wired that way. You're just lazy. You can train both. Stop letting a 60-year-old myth limit your potential. Now, let's talk about something that might be ruining your love life. We've all seen the movies. The shy nerd gets the popular girl. The loud rebel falls for the quiet librarian. Opposites attract. It's romantic. It's poetic. It is also statistically disastrous. Psychological studies involving thousands of couples show the exact opposite. It's called assortative mating. Sure, surface-level differences are fun. Maybe you like rock music, and they like jazz. That's fine. But when it comes to the core, values, spending habits, how you handle anger, your worldview, opposites don't attract. Opposites attack. If you're constantly fighting with your partner and thinking, it's okay, we're just different, opposites attract. You're gaslighting yourself. Science says the strongest relationships aren't built on friction. Don't look for your opposite. They are built on alignment. Look for your equal. Okay, take a breath. We've shattered your identity and your relationship advice. But we need to go deeper. Because this next myth is something you probably do when you're angry. And ironically, it's making you angrier. You've had a bad day. You're furious. Your friend tells you, just let it out. Punch a pillow. Scream. Venting is healthy. This is known as the catharsis theory. The idea that anger is like steam in a kettle, and you have to release it or you'll explode. Wrong. Research from the 90s all the way to today shows that venting aggression actually increases aggression. Think about how the brain works. Neurons that fire together, wire together. When you punch a pillow, you aren't releasing anger. You're rehearsing it. You're training your brain to associate stress with physical violence. You're becoming a master at being angry. The only way to actually lower physiological anger: do nothing. Wait. Distract yourself. Let the adrenaline fade. Venting feels good in the moment, like scratching a mosquito bite, but it just makes the wound bleed more. If you're a student or you're trying to learn a new skill, this myth is wasting your time. The VARK model: visual, auditory, reading, kinesthetic. Teachers have been obsessed with this for decades. I can't learn from a podcast. I'm a visual learner. Here is the uncomfortable fact. There is literally zero scientific evidence that matching a teaching style to your learning style improves results. Zero. We are all visual learners when it comes to geography. We are all auditory learners when it comes to music. We are all kinesthetic learners when it comes to riding a bike. The best way to learn isn't by your style. It's by the nature of the subject. By labeling yourself, you're just creating an excuse to zone out when the format isn't perfect. Your brain is adaptable. Stop babying it. And now, the big one. The myth that Hollywood loves. The myth that makes you feel like you have unlocked superpowers sleeping inside you. Humans only use 10% of their brains. Imagine if that were true. Imagine if you could unlock the other 90%. You'd be a god, right? Here is the reality check. You use 100% of your brain. You use it when you sleep. You use it when you walk. You use it when you watch this video. From an evolutionary standpoint, the brain is expensive. It consumes 20% of your body's energy. Do you think nature would let you carry around a 3-pound organ if 90% of it was dead weight? No. But this shouldn't disappoint you. This should wake you up. You don't need to unlock a hidden part of your brain. You already have the machine. The most complex machine in the known universe is fully active inside your skull right now. The problem isn't capacity. The problem is efficiency. The problem is focus. The problem is the myths you believe that slow you down. You're not left-brained. You don't need a total opposite partner. You don't need to punch pillows. And you don't have a learning style. You are a limitless adapter, but only if you stop believing the lies. Now that your brain is wide open, you're ready for the real psychology hacks, the ones that actually give you an unfair advantage. I've put the best ones in this video right here. Click it before the algorithm hides it. I'll see you there.